Okay, so page number 444. The concept of consumer surplus and producer surplus is given. Okay, for that, first you have to understand the law of demand, which is given in figure 7.5 uh, by using a graph. So here the graph looks like this. In x axis, uh, it is represented by x, and x represents the quantity. Okay, in y axis it is price. Okay, it is represented by small p, and here this curve is called as demand curve. This curve is called as demand curve. Demand curve, or it is also represented by d of x. Okay, so here this curve is actually d of x, function of x. So price depends on x, means quantity. If we are producing very less quantity, then obviously its price will be increased, and if we are producing more number of quantities, then obviously the price will be decreased. So this is what demand curve. So that's it. Okay, now the next curve, which is given in figure 7.6, is supply curve. Next figure is figure 7.6, which is supply curve. Again, the x-axis represents the quantity, which is represented by x, and y-axis is price, represented by p, and also the supply and price are related to each other. Okay, so if the quantity increases, then the price will be increases like this. So this is what supply curve. Supply curve represented by s of x. S of x. Okay. Now in the next figure, figure 7.7, a concept of equilibrium point is given. Now what is this equilibrium point? It is the yes, ये आप लोगों ने कॉमर्स में पढ़ा है क्या? Okay. It is the point of intersection of supply and demand. So if this is your supply curve s of x, and this is your demand curve d of x. So the point where these two curves intersect each other is called point of equilibrium or equilibrium point. Equilibrium point. Now this point consists of two coordinates, x coordinate and y coordinate. So this is your x coordinate. So this x coordinate will be represented by x naught, and the y coordinate of this point will be represented by p naught. Okay. Or this situation is also called as I forgot the name. I think this situation is also called as competitive situation, like that. What exact statement is there? Perfect. Yes, pure competition situation, like that. Yes, pure competition situation. Pure competition situation. Or the we can also call it as equilibrium point is a point where demand and supply both are equal. Okay, so you can write like this also. Equilibrium point is a point where d of x is equals to s of x. Demand and supply both are equal. Okay. ये क्लियर है नैना शेबी? यस, टिल दिस
Yes,
पॉइंट? ओके.
yes, sir.
Okay. Now we come to the next point, that is consumer surplus and producer surplus. So first write consumer surplus. Consumer consumer surplus. In bracket you can simply write CS is the notation for this. Okay. So I can explain you this consumer surplus with an example. Suppose you went to a market with an amount of 10,000 and you want to buy a phone with particular configuration. Okay. And suppose the same configuration of phone you will get in 9,000. Then your surplus is rupees 1,000. You are ready to buy the same phone for rupees 10,000, but you are able to buy the same phone in 9,000. So the amount saved by you is called consumer surplus. Correct? Is it clear, Chevy, Naina?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So similarly, the producer surplus. For example, if a producer manufactured a particular phone for rupees 10,000 and he planned to sell it for rupees 11,000, but because of high demand, the customers are ready to buy it for 12,000. So he is planning to sell the product in 11,000, but consumers are ready to buy in 12,000. So that 1,000 will be its consumer surplus, that producer surplus. Clear? Is it clear? Okay. So this is what actually consumer and producer surplus. Now how we calculate this surplus amount? So for that, in this graph, actually this particular region, this region which I'm shading it right here, is this region is PS, that is producer surplus. Okay. Whereas the upper region which is here, this region which I am shading right now is CS, that is consumer surplus. Clear? So if we want to calculate this consumer surplus or producer surplus, then we have to calculate these areas. Okay. So how we can calculate these areas? So understand with this particular situation. This is X. This is uh, this is what P, and here we have one curve which look like this, another curve which is looking like this point is point of equilibrium. So here you have x naught and this point is nothing but p naught. Okay. Now first understand, if we want to calculate this region, this region, this region, that is what cs. Okay. This region, ध्यान से समझना सब, ये थोड़ा सा मुश्किल है, एओआई का मेन कंसेप्ट यही है. Okay, so this particular region, for that we have to calculate the area of this region. This region, okay, this region has the boundaries. Let us consider the boundaries are A, B, C, and D. Okay, these are the corner points of this region. Okay, so this area ABCD is bounded between the x-axis and this curve is actually demand curve, which is represented by D of x. Correct? Okay. So if we want to calculate this area of this region ABCD, then we have to integrate the demand function, that is D of x, with respect to x. So d of x into dx. correct? So d of x is nothing but height. Just consider this ABCD as rectangle. So area of rectangle is length into breadth. Okay, so its breadth is d of x. Let us consider the breadth is dx, small breadth, and its height is represented by capital Dx, correct? So length into breadth will give you area, and integration means sum of this heights like this. And for how long we have to integrate? From 0 to this point, that is x naught. So the limit will be 0 to x naught, correct? So this complete region, this complete integration will give you the area of region ABCD, correct? ये समझ में आया नैना शेवी? Okay, okay. But the consumer, but if we want to calculate consumer surplus, so we have to reduce this part, that is A, B, C, and let us consider this point is E. Okay, so to this region we have to subtract from this part. So this region is actually a rectangle whose width is x naught, okay, and length is x naught and breadth is p naught. So area of this region will be x naught p naught, length into breadth, correct? So this complete value will represent the CS, that is consumer surplus, correct? If you are not able to understand how this formula is derived, then you can simply remember this formula, that is also fine. Okay, because in questions we directly have to remember and apply this formula for CS. Okay, सीधा फॉर्मूला याद कर लो, फॉर्मूला ही अप्लाई होगा, बट मैंने डेरिवेशन समझा दिया है बस ऐसे ही का, कि अगर कंफ्यूजन हो या भूल जाते हैं कभी हम, तो उस पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से
डेरिवेशंस आएगी
नहीं, डेरिवेशन नहीं आएगा, बस मैंने समझाने के लिए बता दिया ऐसे ही. ओके, फॉर्मूला याद करोगे चलेगा. नाउ दिस रीजन विच आई एम शेडिंग राइट नाउ इज दैट PS, producer surplus. Okay, so to find producer surplus PS, first we will calculate the area of this rectangular block, and its area will be x naught into p naught, correct? Then from that block we have to subtract this region which is in bottom, correct? So this region is actually bounded by the curve S of x. This curve is S of x, correct? So x naught p naught minus integration S of x dx from 0 to x naught. So this will be the formula for producer surplus PS, correct? So that's it. बस इतने ही चीजें आप लोगों को एग्जैक्टली अगर देखा जाए तो ये चीज आपको याद होनी चाहिए. पीएस और एस एक्स का फॉर्मूला, पीएस और सीएस का फॉर्मूला, और इसके अलावा पी नॉट एक्स नॉट क्या है ये कंसेप्ट क्लियर होना चाहिए, पॉइंट ऑफ इक्विलिब्रियम, एंड व्हेन सी एक्स इज इक्वल्स टू, नहीं सी एस नहीं, क्या एस एक्स, सप्लाई फंक्शन एंड डिमांड फंक्शन बोथ आर इक्वल, करेक्ट? सो लेट्स स्टार्ट विद द एक्सरसाइज. स्टार्ट करें. Okay. So exercise 7.14. Exercise 7.14. Question number 7.14. Question number 1. So just read question number 1. It is given that the demand function of a commodity is given by P is equals to 100 minus 8x. So this is your demand function. It means this is d of x. So d of x is equals to 100 minus 8x, correct? Find the consumer surplus. So you have to find CS at equilibrium price P naught. At equilibrium price P naught is equals to 4, correct? So all these things are given. Okay. Now let's start with the formula for CS. So formula is integration 0 to x naught dx dx minus p naught into x naught. So first we need x naught, and how we can get x naught? Just put the value of p naught in this demand function, this p naught in place of p. So it will be 4 is equals to 100 minus 8x, correct? So 8x is
But
equals to,
basically, a demand function and price is same, no? So we will.
yes, yes.
Easy. Sir, so this 100 minus 8x will be considered as P0.
Yes, actually, this when we put p naught in place of p, then the value of x will be like x naught. So here x naught will be equals to 96 upon 8. So x naught is equals to 12. So whenever p naught is given, just put the value of p naught in demand function and you will get x naught. Similarly, if x naught is given and you have to calculate p naught, just put that value in demand function, or in case of supply function, put in that. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So here CS is equals to integration 0 to x naught. The value of x naught is 12. The value of demand function d of x is 100 minus 8x dx minus p naught x naught. So the value of p naught is 4. Value of x naught is 12. Okay. So CS is equals to integration. Yes, we can integrate this function. So the integration of 100 will be 100x minus integration of 8x will be 8x square by 2, correct? And limit will be from 0 to 12. Minus 12 fours are 48. नैना समझ में आ रहा है ना?
थोड़ा बहुत।
ठीक है, ये हो गया. अब लिमिट अप्लाई करो. अपर लिमिट अप्लाई होगी 100 इंटू 12 माइनस 4 इंटू 12 स्क्वायर. लोअर लिमिट 0 हो जाएगी, इसलिए मैं लिख नहीं रहा हूं. ठीक है, माइनस 48. ओके. सो सी एस इज इक्वल्स टू, ये हो जाएगा 1200. 12 इन 12 स्क्वायर इज 144 इंटू 4 माइनस 48. ये वाला, हाँ. 1200 minus 576 minus 48. Further, CS will be 1200 minus, इन दोनों का एडिशन कितना हो जाएगा? 49 होता है, 625, 624 होगा आई थिंक ना, 624. And CS will be equals to 576.
So like we have to write CS is equals to 576 or any unit we have to write here.
It is in rupees actually.
Yes, sir.
Yes, we can leave like this only, because maybe this quantity, this may be in thousands like this. Okay, just write 576 unit and leave this. Okay. Now try the next question. This was the question number 1. Question number 1. Now start question number 2. Question number 2. The demand function of certain commodity is given by P is equals to 4 minus x square. And here it is demand function. So d of x is equals to 4 minus x square, correct? Find the consumer surplus when the market demand is 1. Yes.
So that
Market,
means X0 is given to us.
yes, yes. Market demand is equals to 1. So it is x naught is equals to 1. Correct. So x naught is given. We will find p naught. And for that, put the value of x naught in this function. It will be 4 minus 1 square. So the value of p naught will be 3. Okay. Now the consumer surplus CS is equals to integration 0 to 1 demand function, that is 4 minus x square dx minus p naught into x naught. Correct? So you can solve further and you will get the answer and cross check that.
Sir, our lower limit will always be 0.
No, yes, in formula it is 0. Lower limit always be 0.
Sir, got the answer.
Okay. Now try the next one. कृष्णा बना क्या? पी नॉट की वैल्यू तो 3 है ना, और एक्स नॉट की वैल्यू 1, 3 इंटू 1 3 होगा ना. वो एक गलती, एक और गलती की है, वो भी बता रहा हूँ. यहाँ 3 लिख इसको. ठीक है, फिर इसको 4/3 क्यों किया है? वो तो 4 ही रहेगा ना. 3 3 जा 9, 11 माइनस 9 मतलब 2/3. हम्म. हाँ, 12/3 12 नहीं आएगा ना. नहीं यार, गलत कर रहा है अभी भी. दिखा पेन. ये 4 आएगा ही नहीं, ये 3 आएगा. पी नॉट इंटू एक्स नॉट है ना. 4 3 इंटू 1 3 आएगा. ठीक है. Okay, so that next question is based on exponent function. Na? Now question number 3. Demand function P is equals to 10 e raised to power minus x. Okay. Consumer surplus when price P naught is equals to 1. It is given P naught is equals to 1. Okay. Also given log 10 base e is equals to 0.4343. Okay. So first we have to calculate x naught. For that we put p naught here. So when we put p naught here, it will be 1 is equals to 10 e raised to power minus x. Correct? Further, 1 upon e raised to power minus x is equals to 10, or we can write e raised to power x is equals to 10. एक बार चेक करो, यहां तक का स्टेप क्लियर है?
Yes, sir, done till here.
Okay. Now further we want to calculate x naught. Okay, so we will take log both the side. So it will be like log e raised to power x is equals to log e base 10. So here it will be x log e is equals to log e base 10 log e हाँ ये ये एक्चुअली ई बेस नेचुरल लॉग लेते ना, तो इस वजह से कुछ नहीं है, मतलब ई रहता है उसका बेस। ठीक है, सो log e is 1, so you'll get x is equals to log 10. So the value of x naught or x naught, we can write x naught. The value of x naught is 10. Okay, x naught is log 10. Sorry, log 10. Okay, now we have to calculate CS, consumer surplus. So it will be equals to integration 0 to x naught dx.
So
In,
once please re-explain how you have taken x log e directly as x naught.
because log e is 1.
Yes, sir.
0 to, this is log 10 d of x. So d of x is 10 e raised to power minus x dx minus p naught into x naught. So the value of p naught is 1 and x naught is log 10. So it will be simply log 10. Now further we can take 10 outside the integral. Integration of this will be like this. And here the limits will be from 0 to log 10. Okay. Minus log 10. Correct? Is it clear? Now it will be minus 10 e raised to power minus log 10 minus e raised to power 0, upper limit minus lower limit, minus log 10. ओके, चेक करो अगर किसी स्टेप में कोई डाउट तो। इसके ये वाला मैंने 10 को बाहर निकाला, इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ ई रेस टू पावर माइनस एक्स सब्स्टिट्यूशन मेथड से करते हैं, तो वो मतलब डायरेक्टली 80 है ना, तो अपॉन में ए आ जाता है, वो डायरेक्ट मेथड है ना। हाँ ठीक है, फिर उसके माइनस 10, ये हो जाएगा ई रेस टू पावर लॉग 1/10 -1 minus log 10. ओके, सो फर्दर यहां पर e और log कैंसल आउट हो जाएगा, यू विल गेट डायरेक्टली 1/10। ये 1/10 कैसे किया? एक्चुअली लॉग की बहुत सारी प्रॉपर्टी ना मैं डायरेक्टली अप्लाई कर देता हूँ। 10 की पावर -1, क्योंकि यहाँ कुछ नहीं, मतलब क्या 1 है, तो n log a इज इक्वल्स टू log a की पावर n, समझ में? तो 10 की पावर -1, 10 की पावर -1 मतलब 1/10, समझ में है? अब इसके बाद ये भी डायरेक्टली समझो, ई रेस टू पावर लॉग ए है मान लो, तो ई और लॉग कट जाएगा, ये डायरेक्टली क्या बचेगा? ए बचेगा। तो ये ई और लॉग कैंसल आउट हो जाएगा, तो क्या बचेगा? 1/10 -1 माइनस लॉग 10। करेक्ट। फर्दर open the bracket, this term will be -1, this term will be +10 minus log 10.
So please explain this last second step again.
This step,
Yes, sir.
uh,
So when you have cancelled e and log,
look, e raised to power log y is there, then e and log gets cancelled out and you will get directly y. It is like this.
sir,
That
but why are we cancelling e and log?
it is one of the property of logarithmic function. It is like taking anti-log. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I can explain this part separately after solution. how we can cancel these terms out. Okay, so ये यहाँ तक का step clear. Minus this is log 10. So 9 minus log 10. Further, uh, the value of log 10, we have to calculate the value of log 10. The value of log 10 is 2.30. So 9 minus 2.3, like this. So the answer will be 2.30.
So, but in the question, the value that they have
Yes,
given, that we have not used.
actually, yes, they have given the value of log 10 base e. It is given. So we can use that value. We have to use some formula to convert that. Okay, is this clear? Actually, the value of log 10 base e is given. Here we can calculate the logarithmic function for different bases. So here it is like 10 base, but we have solved the question based on natural log, that is log e base. So we have to calculate the value of log e base 10. It is different.
So, like if this question comes in exam and that value is given to us, on that basis, how we will solve?
Yes, actually there is one conversion formula. We can use this to find this value. Okay, but right now I forgot that formula. Just give me some time. In today's class only I will tell you how we convert that. Okay, just solve next question. Question number 4. Now from question number 4 onwards, here it is given the supply function. So supply function of commodity P is equals to, it is like x plus 20 whole square divided by 100, like this. Okay, and it will be represented by s of x, that is equals to x plus 20 whole square divided by 100. Okay, now you have to find producer surplus when the market price is 25. So the market price is given, it means you will consider p naught. P naught is equals to 25, it is given. Okay, and further you have to calculate x naught. Okay, so put this p naught
So,
in.
market demand will denote it with X naught, and market price we will denote it with P naught.
Yes, whenever the price term is given, the term price is used, then that value will be considered as P naught. And whenever the demand is given, only demand is written, then we will consider that X. Because here X is number of commodities and P is price actually.
Yes, sir.
X naught की value 480 आ रही है. X plus 20 whole square divided by 100. So cross multiply this term, it will be like 25. तो पूरे का स्क्वायर नहीं, या तो 10 का होल स्क्वायर ऐसा लिखना पड़ेगा, गलत किया है फिर कैलकुलेशन. पहले उधर क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई होगा 100, फिर उसके बाद स्क्वायर रूट, ये 50 हो जाएगा, स्क्वायर रूट लोगे x plus 20, so you'll get x is equals to 30. So this is your x naught. Is it clear? Now apply the formula for PS, producer surplus. It is P naught into X naught into P naught minus integration 0 to X naught. It is S of X dx, correct? So PS is equals to X naught into P naught. So it is 25 into 30 minus integration 0 to 30. S of X is x plus 20 upon whole square upon 100. Now further you can solve this question. Just do remember one thing, that first you have to take 1 by 100 outside the integral, and second you can directly integrate this function without expanding. Like integration of this part x plus 20 whole square will be x plus 20 whole cube upon 3. You can directly apply this integration. Okay, now further solve and check your answer. नहीं, उसको एक्सपांड मत करो ना, मत करो, सीधा लिमिट अप्लाई करो, अपर लिमिट माइनस लोअर लिमिट. सॉल्व करूं आके. 750 माइनस 1/100. ठीक है, 1/300 कर देते हैं इसको, 1/300. ओके, ये हो जाएगा. यहां पर अपर लिमिट पुट करेंगे, सो ये क्या हो जाएगा, 3 + 20 का होल क्यूब माइनस, सॉरी ये 30 है ना, हाँ हाँ हाँ, ये तो क्यूब ही, सॉरी 3 + 30, 30 + 3 का होल क्यूब माइनस 0, 0 मतलब ये हो जाएगा 20, 20 का क्यूब, ऐसा ही होगा. क्लियर? सो ये हो जाएगा 750 माइनस 1/300. ठीक है, ये क्या हो जाएगा, ये हो जाएगा 50 का क्यूब, 50 का क्यूब निकालना पड़ेगा, माइनस 20 का क्यूब तो ठीक है पता है 8000 होता है. 750 माइनस 1/300। 50 का स्क्वायर होता है 2500 इंटू 5 6। नहीं, वो गलत होता है ना, ए क्यूब माइनस बी क्यूब की आइडेंटिटी लगेगी ना। 50 का क्यूब कैलकुलेट करना पड़ेगा। 5 5 25 इंटू 5 125 125 125 और ये तीन जीरोस आएंगे, माइनस ये हो जाएगा 8000। करेक्ट। अब उसके बाद कर सकते हो ना, डिफरेंस लेके अपॉन 300 करके वो सब।
So once I'm sending you my solution, please check.
ओके।
Sir, I have first expanded my equation. Like I have solved according to that.
ओके, लेट मी चेक। Okay, you had applied a plus b whole square first, then you had integrated this. Okay.